I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else where I was even getting at with this point. Oh, the fact that I can't remember anything. Now, this is a really weird phenomena because I posed this question once before, and it's weird because I was watching a That Poppy video. If you guys know who that is, Poppy, she's like a really, strange type of YouTuber. You should look it up. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's unique. It's cool. I like it. But I was just watching this video, and she said the same thing that I said, but I said it way before that, so it wasn't like I said it just because she said it. I mean, I said this before, and you guys can go back and watch one of my videos, but I posed this question, like, if you don't really remember your past, do you really exist? If you don't have a past, do you exist? It's a weird question, but it's a plausible question. I mean, I feel like that's the reason why I feel like I don't exist, is because I don't remember anything leading up to now. Like, I feel like you should remember how you became to be you, and I don't remember how I became to be me. Like, what defines my personality? I don't know. I don't remember. I just woke up one day and I was me, and I was like 18, and everything was weird in my life. Like, I feel like everything was strange. Like, okay, when I was around 17 or 18, I can remember dating a bunch of, like, weird guys, like, not intensely dating, just, like, dating, whatever. Like, older guys, just, like, weird guys, and, like, I don't know why I did that. I can't imagine why I did that. I just remember doing it, but I don't remember what led up to that because I don't remember anything before that. But going back to a story about in high school, this is all over the place, trust me, I know, smash that dislike button, guys, I'm sorry. Going back to high school, I used to have these memories, and this is about the time where I can remember, because I told you I woke up. I feel like I woke up out of existence when I was like 17 or 18. Roughly 16 I can very, very roughly, like, it's foggy, it's super foggy, but it's kind of there. So I remember my dad used to have to drop me off at school really, really early because he had to go to work, and I lived in the city and my school was in the county, so we couldn't take the bus to school. There was no bus that took me to school, so my dad had to drive me. And fucking night, it was literally like 5 o'clock in the morning, so there was no one at school except for one janitor, which is the only reason why I could get in, because there was one janitor, and he always came in through this side door. All the other doors were locked, so I would come in through the side door, which is very creepy. I know, I'm not a creeper, I promise. My dad had to drop me off at school early, and at the time my sister is only a year older than me, and we'd go together, but this is the year she graduated, so she was gone and I was by myself, which was really creepy to me. I don't like being there were no lights on in the school. Like, the janitor comes in and he just, like, goes straight to his, his office or whatever. He didn't turn any lights on yet or anything. So I would come in through the side door, and we had this bridge that led from our main school to our auditorium. It was like a bridge through the sky, like a bridge, like a covered bridge through the sky. It was like a hallway, but a bridge. And there was classrooms on the bridge. It was pretty freaking awesome. Actually, I went to a really cool school, but so I'd go on the bridge and I would sit on the bridge because I had nowhere else to go. And there was just this one really eerie experience that I had when I was sitting on the bridge, and I had my head laid down on the desk, and this girl come by and just taps me on the shoulder. I was laying down like this, and you can see my eyes literally watering. I'm like having traumatic like memories of this because it really freaked me. Like, I was shook. Like, it really freaked me out. And she comes and just taps on my shoulder, and I get up because there was never anybody else there, so I'm like fucking just like so surprised. And it's just this very pale blonde girl, just normal girl, and she was just walking, and she was walking still. Like, when she tapped me and I looked up, she was still walking away, but she was looking back at me. So she was walking away but looking back at me, and she just had like it wasn't a full smile, it was just kind of like a eerie like that, like she wasn't smiling, but she wasn't not smiling. And she just kept walking, and as far as I can remember, I swear to you, she just disappeared. Like, not like vanished like a ghost, but like, it just is, as my memory serves me, she just kind of vanished down the hallway. Like, it's not like I feel like she disappeared into thin air. It's just she just vanished down the hallway, almost like my mind just made it up or something. I don't know. It was just a really freaky experience for me, and that's the only time I can ever recall seeing anything paranormal that I thought was paranormal. I thought was. I mean, because I never saw this girl. Like, granted, my school is very large. My school is huge. I mean, I graduated with like 1,000, like 1,200 kids. 1,000, I don't even know, like somewhere around there, somewhere between 1,000 and like 1,200 kids. So yeah, a lot of kids in my school. I wouldn't recognize them all, but also I knew most of the people in my school. And after that, and I'm the type of person that's very aware of my surroundings. So anytime I see something, I know it's there. If I don't see something, I know it wasn't there. I'm just aware of things around me. I know it's around me, and I just knew she didn't go there. Like, it was just weird. And after that, I never saw her again. I never saw that face ever again. I'm still tearing up. I'm sorry, guys. I freaked out about it a little bit. This happened like 10 years ago. I'm freaked out about it. So that happened, and that wasn't even the story I meant to tell, but the reason why I brought up high school is because I used to have this, I guess you could call it a disorder. I'm not sure. Some kind of sleeping thing where they call it like when a demon sits on your chest. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. But I always had that since I was a kid. I always had that. I always remember waking up and being completely paralyzed. Not waking up. Okay, this is how it would start. It would start by me feeling like I'm asleep, but then I would hear, like I was having a dream. Like I was asleep and I was having a dream, and I would hear this sort of siren start to go off, like, and it would get like louder and louder and louder, and as it got louder, my head was like vibrating and thumping like this. And as it got louder, it got like heavier, and thumping got so big that I thought that my head was literally going to explode. Like it was the vibration. It just felt like my head was going to explode. And I couldn't move, and I couldn't say anything. That's how it would start. And this alarm would start going off, and my head would start to feel like, once it got to the point where I actually thought like I was bawling, but I was not actually crying, which is the weird part. I thought I was crying, but I wasn't crying. After I got to the point where I thought I was done for, my head was just going to explode on me, I would wake up. And I would wake up and I would feel like I was floating in some kind of reality that wasn't like real. I swear, I felt like I woke up, but I felt like I woke up somewhere else. As weird as that sounds. One time I was asleep in the locker room. This is the same morning, so it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I went to the locker rooms, which is, I guess, the first place the janitor opened, because it was open. I didn't expect it to be open. But since they had, benches and stuff, I wanted to go in there and sit down and be by myself. And this was after that happened, that girl on the bridge tapped me on the shoulder. That's why I was like, nah, bro, I'm getting off this bridge. Like, it was just freaked me out. I wouldn't have been freaked out about it now, but at the time I was freaked out about it, so I didn't want it to happen again. So I went into the locker room to hopefully be by myself this time. I don't even know why. If I thought it was paranormal, I wouldn't have been by myself anyway. But so I went and laid down on the bench, and that's when that started to happen. Like, my head felt like it was going to explode, and then I woke up and I just felt like I was not in the place that I had fallen asleep in. And I didn't even remember falling asleep. Like, I don't think I fell asleep, because I couldn't sleep. I mean, I'm the type of person that never sleeps anywhere that's not my bed. Like, I cannot sleep. I will not sleep anywhere. Nowhere. Except for maybe in the car. So I knew, I was like, I don't think I fell asleep. I never fall asleep. I'm hardly ever tired. And I never fall asleep in places that I don't know. But it was weird because it felt like I had woken up, even though I wasn't asleep, I don't think. But it also felt like I was dreaming, even though I wasn't asleep. And I was also laying down, and I was paralyzed. Like when you go to sleep and you fall into, what do you call it, REM sleep? Or when you fall into sleep where your body shuts down so that you can't act out your dreams. I was paralyzed, and thought I was screaming, and I wasn't. But I was paralyzed, and my eyes were open. That's the weirdest part about it, is that, like, my eyes were open. Like, I could see out into the locker room. I could see out into the locker room while all this was happening. But then I woke up, and it's weird because my eyes were open, but I still woke up. I don't know how that happens simultaneously. How do you wake up if your eyes are already open? I'm not sure. Well, I guess people sleep with their eyes open. But anyway, I woke up, and I just felt like I wasn't in the same place. It's hard as that is to comprehend. I just felt out of it. I know you guys know that feeling. You just feel out of it. Like, you just feel out of it. I don't know how else to put it. But that's how I felt. And that's not the only time that happened to me. It happened to me a lot of times. And usually when I'm sleeping in the bed, that's when it happens. And I wake up and I see some sort of demon in the fucking corner. Sorry. Same experience. My eyes will be open, but I'll be asleep. I'll be completely paralyzed. Sorry, I had to burp. I was drinking a root beer earlier. Completely paralyzed. This time my boyfriend was sleeping next to me too. And I swear to you, I was screaming at the top of my lungs because there was a demon in the corner. Some kind of horrible hooded, some kind of horrible black figure. Like, I couldn't make out. And it had like a face. It didn't have like horns. It wasn't like, like a demon, like, rawr. It just was like a black something. And it felt scary. And it was staring into my soul. And I couldn't close my eyes because I was paralyzed. I couldn't even close my eyes. I didn't want to look at it, but I couldn't close my eyes. So I was screaming at the top of my lungs, at least thinking I was screaming the whole time. And it finally just disperses. Eventually the siren goes off, and when my head gets to the point where it's going to explode, I wake up. I was already awake, but I wake up. I guess my body or my brain wakes up. I'm not sure. And then I'm like yelling at my boyfriend. I'm like, hello, did you not hear me screaming? He's like, you weren't screaming. I was like, are you serious? I was screaming my lungs off. He was like, no, you weren't screaming. He's like, I would have heard you if you were screaming. So that was a weird thing. So I've been feeling I've been having like a heavy heart lately because I've been having like a lot of weird dreams. And I guess you could say all dreams are kind of weird, but I always have dreams about people. I feel like I also have extreme deja vu, which is, I know a lot of people get deja vu. I have extreme deja vu. I mean, at least every single day. Every single day, I do something that I know I've already done. Every single day, I'll do something, and then I'll be like, wait a second. I know for a fact I already did this. I lived this day. Sometimes I know for a fact I lived it 3 times. Like, sometimes I swear to you I've done this like a bunch of times. Like, I'll have the same deja vu. It's like I'm repeating like some kind of circle or something, because I'll have deja vu and I'll be like, this is like, and I'll remember having deja vu of it over and over again. So like when you get deja vu, you think, oh, well, I definitely know, I have deja vu, I remember this happening. But that'll happen over and over. So I'll have the same deja vu. Not all the time. It's different deja vu a lot, but sometimes it'll be just the same thing. I'll be like, I know I've done this. Am I doing this like a million times? I'm so confused. Like, I know I've done this a bunch of times. You just get the feeling you've done it a bunch of times. That happens to me a lot, and that happens to me every day. I get deja vu every day. And that's a really freaky one, because it's just so clear and present. It's like, it's so clear. It's like, it's not like, did I do this before? It's like, damn it, I've done this before. What the hell? It's like a punch in the face. Like, you have done this before. It's not like sometimes it is like, oh, did I do this before? But a lot of times it's like, I know for a fact I've done this before. I can just remember so well that I've done this before. And so I get extreme deja vu like that, which is already weird enough, but I always have these, I feel like I have dreams, I'm not positive on this one, but I feel like I have dreams about people and places and stuff, and then I'll see that person, or I'll meet that person, and I'll be like, I had a dream about you, and they'll be like, that's weird. I'm like, I know. Well, that's why I usually don't tell people that I had dreams about them unless I know them already. If I don't know you and I had a dream about you, they're not going to talk about that, because they're going to think I'm just the craziest tinfoil hat wearing person ever. And I only use that term, I'm not trying to be like rude to anybody. I only use that term because that's what people who don't know you, or people who don't understand the concept of like thinking outside the box or outside the norm, they kind of, call you tinfoil hat type of people. We all know that's, we all think outside the box, so we're not like the tinfoil. We know it's not like that. We know it's not like, all the aliens are grays and Yeah, I don't even know if wearing a tinfoil hat would actually protect you from anything. I feel like that's like dumb, kind of. I don't know. Somebody tell me. I feel like it's stupid to think that a tinfoil hat would protect you from any sort of telepathy.